guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Madeline if you're new. If not, welcome back. So today we are doing another Motivational Monday. I am currently eating my lunch right now, which consists of Brussels sprouts and red onions and a fried egg on top. I was feeling extremely optimistic today. So I thought, why not share my tips on being an optimist for you guys? So I want to start off by saying there are so many studies, like thousands and thousands of studies that show a direct link between cardiovascular health, a stronger immune system, higher paying jobs, and more successful relationships directly linked to optimism and positivity. So if you guys want to know my 11 tips on how I look at the bright side, then just keep on watching. The first step is creating positive mantras. I am beautiful, I am strong, I am powerful. We've all heard this. Start every morning with a positive mantra. The second is to focus on success rather than failures. This is something I really had to get over because I am the type of person that likes to punish myself when I fail or I don't complete a task in the amount of time I allotted. I obsess over the failures and I feel like that's a way I'm punishing myself so that I don't repeat the failure. But instead, you're just creating a very pessimistic tone for your life. And then that leaves no room for success anyway. So the way I focus on success is I focus on the things I can control and I just forget about the things that I can't. My next tip, if you are struggling with being an optimist or, instilling positivity in your life, is to get yourself a role model. I have many different role models for different aspects of my life. My mom is my role model for my confidence. Whenever I'm feeling a lack of confidence, I just look to how she carries herself and how she views herself, and I try to mimic that. When it comes to work ethic and strategy, I try to mimic my dad. He's my role model when it comes to the business aspect of my life. I have a ton of different role models, so whenever I start to get lost or I don't know how to carry myself, I just look at what they do, the patterns that they follow, and I mimic them. Going hand in hand with the first few steps I mentioned, you need to set your sights on the positive. There's always two ways to view a situation, optimistically or pessimistically. Not only is this going to affect your overall mood and happiness, but it's also going to help you find solutions and fix problems faster. My next tip, and a very important one, is to not predict the future. Talking with your mouth full is so rude. Don't do that either. Predicting the future is no bueno. I used to be a big time psychic and I always tried to predict the future and give myself certain deadlines, but when I didn't meet those deadlines, I gave up on a goal entirely. So now I just focus on the goal and that's it. One thing you're gonna need to do, especially if you're trying to just become an optimist, is to surround yourself with light. By this, I mean the people you surround yourself with, the media you take in. This means books, Netflix, YouTube videos. I still watch Lucifer and Insatiable and stuff on Netflix, but I take time to read, positive things. I talk to my role models often. I watch my role models. I feel like I've mentioned this in every Motivational Monday, but writing down your gratitudes every day changes your entire outlook on things that you generally overlook. On top of gratitudes, I also journal daily. Now this doesn't mean that I spend hours writing journal entries about my day, but I wake up in the morning, I write down how many hours I slept, I write down any dreams if I remember them, and then if I have time, I'll write down to-do lists, recipes, grocery lists, things I want to make for dinner throughout the week. I just write down random stuff. My journal makes no sense, but it's devotional time to myself and that's it. When I started to switch my lens to an optimistic one, I decided to ignore and push out all the negativity in my life. I'm not gonna allow it in. That way I'm gonna be an optimistic person. But what happened was, behind that wall, negativity and issues and underlying problems built up until they overflowed into my life. And then I just had a real bad day one day. My advice to you is to, rather than ignore your negativity and negative things in your life, is to invite them in and then challenge them. Whenever anything negative happens in my life, especially as a communication major, I like to take any dyadic encounters with someone that I can tell are going to be negative and consider them an exercise of my communication skills. So invite the negativity and doubt into your life and then challenge them and abolish them. Don't just ignore them. Another thing that I feel like I've just been repeating in every single video is to fake it till you make it. If you find yourself in a rut and you're feeling really negative or down or depressed, just fake like you're happy until you feel like it. Going back to that focus focus on the positive. You need to always outweigh solutions to problems. I hate when people harp on problems. There's no point in freaking out and putting off a problem when you could immediately be working on a solution. One thing I like to tell all my friends that are my age and that are drowning in stress and debt and school is that everything, and I mean everything, is temporary, including your emotions, including your stress levels. You'll feel different 10 days from now than you feel right now. No matter how big the problem is, no matter how hard it seems like it's going to be to conquer it, just start working on finding a solution immediately. And then my last tip for you guys is to screw the past. Stop worrying about things you can't control or can't fix and go back on. I am an obsessor. I freak out when I couldn't twist a certain situation my way. If someone didn't like me in the past or something didn't go the way I wanted it to, I just move on and I keep going and I keep trying to fix things. I live, I learn, but I never harp on the past. This goes hand in hand with prediction of the future, but just chill out, time traveler, and focus on the present. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching and eating lunch with me. I had a good time. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. Hit the bell notification so you can be notified every time I upload. There's a new video every Monday, Wednesday, sometimes Saturday. All of my socials will be linked down below so you guys can get in contact with me. I got my Instagram, my Snapchat. I will say, Snapchat is oh my god, I just dropped an egg. Snapchat is a pretty good way to reach me because I respond so fast. I will respond to your Instagram DMs, but I get so many that I can't, they get lost, you know? Like, it takes me a long time to answer them. So it's a rainy day here in Cincinnati, and I'm gonna leave you guys with a quote, and it's a good one. When it rains, look for rainbows, and when it's dark, look for stars. That's all I have for you guys. I will catch you in the next one.